Julia Fox is currently the internet's cool girl, who became an actress overnight when she scored her breakout role in critically acclaimed movie Uncut Gems. Julia has been an artist, actress, playboy model, and is now the current girlfriend of Kanye West. Let's get into the top 10 shocking Julia Fox facts you didn't know about. But before we get into it, I wanted to shout out a channel we recently launched called Where Are They Now? We're doing a ton of videos this week in honor of the Super Bowl, on the halftime show performers, and on the athletes, as well as a ton of celebrities like Julia Fox, so make sure to check it out below. And at number 10, she's a new mom. Julia Fox is currently the internet cool girl with seemingly no responsibilities. That's why she's able to fly out to any city that Kanye wants on a whim. However, she recently welcomed her first child, a son named Valentino. He was born on January 17th of 2021. Julia posted the news to her Instagram, calling it the best day of her life. Although things with their child's father went downhill fast after his birth, and Julia and the father are no longer together. Julia keeps her home life with her son very private and does not post many details about him, although it's clear that she loves her son and he is always her first priority. And at number 9, she's been married. Fox was married to Peter Artemiev in 2018. They got engaged after dating for just 2 months, but this relationship fizzled out fast and he filed for divorce in February of 2020. The divorce was finalized in July. The divorce came less than a month after they welcomed their first child together. After the split, Julia exposed that the relationship was toxic, and she believes her relationship with Kanye is proof that women should leave toxic relationships, saying in one interview, quote, "The overall message is that if you're in a toxic relationship, get out of it because you never know who or what could be waiting on the other side." In December of 2021, Fox even publicly called out Peter on Instagram, writing, quote, "This man left me with a 5-month-old and a dog and a home and all the bills. It's wrong. It's not fair. He 1000% intentionally got me pregnant. It's a blessing. I'm happy about it. I would not change it." Thankfully, it seems like they are on better terms now. And at number 8, she met Kanye on New Year's Eve. We all know Julia Fox and Kanye West are an item, but you might not know they met on New Year's Eve, and they've been going strong ever since. She even shared photos from one of her dates in a piece she wrote for Interview magazine, where she shared that Kanye dressed her for the date. The pair met in Miami and clicked immediately. They then flew to New York City, where their infamous date night took place. When speaking about the couple, Julia said their friends think they are a perfect match. Quote, "I feel like to the people who know us both personally, like all the people we have in common, friends in common, have texted me and been like, oh my god, this makes so much sense." When asked if the relationship was for press, Fox replied, quote, "There's always people that think every single celebrity scandal is a setup. I personally don't." And at number 7, open relationship. Since the couple are fairly new, it's clear that they are still figuring out the dynamics of their relationship. It's even been reported that Julia and Kanye are currently in an open relationship. After West was seen out with Kim Kardashian lookalike Chaney Jones, rumors started swirling that he and Fox were finished, but apparently they are both allowed to see other people. A source said about the relationship, quote, "Their bond transcends typical norms because they're evolved beings who just want each other to be happy. There's no jealousy or bad vibes." Another source said that West is, quote, "openly seeing Jones and that the situation isn't ruffling any feathers." Page 6 also notes that Fox is talking to someone else on the East Coast, so everyone seems to be in agreement about the relationship status. And at number 6, she didn't have a great upbringing. Since Fox is so glamorous, you might not expect that she had a pretty tough upbringing. She was born in Italy but was sent to live with her father in New York when she was very young. Apparently her father was actually homeless. He worked in the construction industry renovating homes, and they lived in the homes that he was renovating. She said about her family, quote, "I pretty much grew up with him. Single dad, poor guy. My mom stayed in Italy, and I have 2 younger brothers. One is close in age to me, and the other one is 15. The 15-year-old lives in Italy with my mom, but the older one grew up with me in New York." Because of this instability, she would search for friends that she could stay with whenever possible. Because of this, she was introduced to a bad crowd at a young age, and even told Alex Cooper of Call Her Daddy that she started partying and going to clubs when she was only 14. Halfway number 5, Dominatrix. Little known facts is that Julia Fox first tested her acting chops while she was working as a dominatrix in New York. She started the job when she was 18 and desperate for money. She told Paper Mag, quote, "My after-school job was a dom, so you know it was fantasy roleplay, and it's legal. There's no nudity, no sleeping with clients, it's all just roleplay." She continued, quote, "So I would have to go into a room with a stranger and put on this act. I was thrown into that as a teenager, so I'm good under pressure and I can read someone and know what it is that they want. I pick up subtle cues very well and pay attention to detail." And at number 4, she's a writer and director. Along with being an actress, model, and socialite, Julia has been a writer and director in the past. She wrote and directed a movie called Fantasy Girls. The movie is a short film about illegal activities relating to and she wrote it after being inspired by real-life stories of this taking place in Reno. In an interview with Elle, Fox said that she and a friend went to Reno to make a movie. They met a group of girls who told them about an underground ring of illegal activities taking place, and this inspired Julia to make the film to shine more light on this issue, saying that she wanted to tell the story in an artful way, not like a documentary. Speaking with Insider, Fox said her dream is being in a writer's room, adding, quote, "Writing, directing, and producing something, to me that's success, having my work speak for itself." She continued, quote, "I feel like that my whole life I've been trying to put things out there to show I'm not just this pretty girl. I'm an artist, I'm a creator, but it's always been overshadowed by what I look like." And at number 3, R.I.P. Julia Fox. In 2017, Fox created an art exhibit called R.I.P. Julia Fox that features paintings that she made with her own blood, if you can believe it. These paintings were done on silk and depicted images of her taking her own life. When speaking about the inspiration behind the exhibit, Fox said, quote, "I wanted the show to be as authentic and personal as possible. I extracted the blood with a syringe and used the syringe to paint on the silk. What inspired the paintings were Fox's multiple near-death experiences." Adding, quote, "In one particular instance, I saw the infamous tunnel of light and felt my spirit elevate from my human body and shoot into space. I guess I've always wondered where I was going. I've always been curious, subconsciously putting myself in dangerous situations, perhaps because I would like to revisit that place." And at number 2, played herself in Uncut Gems. Julia Fox's breakout role was in the critically acclaimed Adam Sandler movie Uncut Gems. And a little known fact is that the role was actually written for her and based on her real life, although she still did audition for the role and had stiff competition. Fox played the role of Howard's mistress and employee in the 2019 film Uncut Gems. It was reported that Fox befriended the movie's co-creator Josh Safdie in 2017, and she was actually a muse for him. Safdie and his brother were in the early stages of writing Uncut Gems, and Fox would talk with him about the character of Julia. In a profile about Fox, a reporter wrote, quote, "The Julia character being into photography, tattooing a guy's name on her, and even having an all-out fight with a guy in front of a club are all things from Fox's real life." The reporter added, quote, "Going up against hundreds, she fought for the role and got the part that was written for her." And finally, at number 1, posed in Paper magazine with Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson and Julia Fox have become well known for dating the famous exes, Kim and Kanye. But you might not know that Pete and Julia have been linked in the past, and they even did a Paper magazine shoot together in 2019. On the latest episode of her Forbidden Fruits podcast titled Behind the Scenes with Julia Fox, Julia opened up about the strange love triangle that she's found herself in. Fox says it's all love and not really that serious, adding, quote, "But it's really funny to see where people go with their theories. I love the Paper magazine cover of me and Pete. That shoot we did and we're like Barbie dolls." That's actually not the only strange coincidence about them. One fan even wrote on Twitter, quote, "Am I the only one who can't stop obsessing over the fact that Julia Fox is 13 years younger to Kanye and Pete Davidson is 13 years younger to Kim? The synchronicity here. That is truly wild." Alright guys, that is all for the list today. Let me know your thoughts below and let me know anything that I missed that potentially could be in a part 2. I don't know about you guys, but I've been honestly obsessed with Julia Fox lately. Maybe I'm just giving into the hype, but she seems like a cool girl. I love the Call Her Daddy interview, so leave me all your thoughts on her below. Do you think it's a PR stunt? Do you think it's real? Do you think her and Kanye are gonna last? Let me know below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and we will catch you in the next one.